Thank you very much. Ms. Brown, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here. Let me be clear. I keep hearing the Senate, the Senate. I put the responsibility straight here with the House. We could pass a clean CR, and you would not be sitting there. And I have done my entire career all I could do that veterans would not be caught up with the House and the Senate. And I don't blame the Senate. I thank God for the Senate, the bad politics of this House. And at some point, you know, let's don't confuse nobody with facts. Now, we're talking about November 1. I want to talk about October 17th. If we do not pass the full faith and credit, if we default, what will happen to all of the mothers and the spouses and the TRICARE and the checks that go out, period, for the VA? Period. Tell us what's going to happen when these people in the House let us default on our credit. What happens to the VA? And the people that have been talking to me aren't employees, they're contractors. And the contractors are not going to get any back pay. And they're being laid off in droves because the government is not effective and the House is responsible. They could pass a clean CR. For the first time ever in the history, I voted against a VA bill because it was $6 billion less than what we passed out of here. So now, please respond.
Well, Congresswoman, I would just repeat what the President's pointed out. What he looks to the Congress to do is two things. One, provide a budget so we can operate as a government, and two, pay the bills that have already been incurred. And both of those issues are at play here. I am looking for a budget, and so is the rest of the government, so we can do what we're charged to do. And then paying the bills is the issue, the debt ceiling, and that those are authorizations that have already occurred. And
but what happens on the 17th if we default? What happens to the VA? Will the veterans ask me, will they get their checks?
Congresswoman, I am planning to operate as long as I can this month. But at a certain point here in days, I'll begin to furlough people. And that'll have to do with my inability to continue to operate under the carryover. And so whatever occurs with the discussions of debt ceiling, I imagine will be even worse. But beginning here in days to weeks before the end of this month, for the most part, VA will be reduced in operations. My office will be 90% shut down. My office, legislative affairs, with whom you deal frequently, will be down to one person. Public affairs down to one person. And then for the rest of our operation, other than receiving claims and looking after families that are expecting us to provide the appropriate burial services, all of that will be reduced.
So I just want to be clear. I want you to know this is a self-imposed disaster on the veterans and on the country. There is no need as we sit here. I mean, the Senate and the President had agreed to the poor levels of the House. They've agreed to it. Clean CR, and we could move forward. But yet we have people that want to blame the Senate, want to blame the President. At 20 minutes to 12, we want a conference. It was over. The House is inept. And I've been in here for 22 years, and I have never seen anything like the people that serve in this House that want to act like they care about the veterans. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. They're out at the cemeteries or out at the memorial saying, oh, we don't know why it's shut down. Well, you voted to shut it down a few hours earlier. This is a sad state of affairs. This committee used to be bipartisan. And now you got a few members that's dragging our representative down, the people's house. I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. The gentlelady